Hello YouTube, Scott Dashi aka Genre here for the deck profile that won the 2014 Gencon Naruto World Championship. Um, didn't want to do this because the meta's already changed, but Dano's Path wanted me to do it, so hope you all enjoy. I'll start off with 0-drop ninjas that I ran. 3 Otaru, one of the best 0-drops in the history of the game, no matter the format. Kind of obvious, really good. 2 Gara Childhood, draws a card and helps me squad into what I need to squad into. Turn 5 with Gara Tamari, really good. Tracking Ninja, Haku, 2 mental power, very beefy, and has ambush. Just a really good blocker until I get my setup. Sakura Childhood, I mean, I got some heat for running this, especially from Eisenbud. I needed the support in the 0-drop slot. I liked growthing into the 3-drop Sakura for when I need to go off. She does have mental power. She does have ninjutsu. She did what she needed to do. She can draw a card if it's a ninja, which gets put into play. But otherwise, with the new changes in the meta, I'd run something else. But she was really good when I played her. Saburo, Calm Strength was limited to 2 during this format, so I wanted to have one more main boarded ninja effect negation. Saburo was good. Sometimes I had to play him as a 0-drop because I missed my 0-drop. He has ninjutsu as well. He did help me win a couple games. I negated some key put-in-play effects that my opponent had. He's pretty good. I'd probably keep him in my future decks. He's really good main boarded or sideboarded. Hinata, really good, really annoying. 0-drop, keeps my opponent's hand size to 5 the entire game. Can get huge just off of the block. I added her just so she could squad with Sakura to Sakura Hinata because I think that squad is broken. So she's pretty good. But I like the 3-drop that discards cards from hand better, but I needed more 0-drops. So I just added this in. It did pretty well. 1-drops. Tamari Windscythe, one of my favorite ninjas in the game. I think this card is broken. The fact that in any game you play, any card that looks at your opponent's hand, and especially that gets rid of a card in your opponent's hand, completely broken. I dropped this on. This card is bad if you drop it on turn 1 or early game. I win the majority of my games, but playing this turn 4, turn 5, see what I have in my opponent's hand, and then swing out. They have no jutsu, and I just win the game from there. Have to run this or the other 0-drop Tamari. It's your choice. I just wanted to squad into Gara Tamari because I think that squad is also broken. So this did a lot of work. It was really good. Glad I ran this one instead of the 0-drop because I like picking jutsu from my opponent's hand. Karen, just a staple 1-drop that I just threw in there. Has ambush, has mental power, helps me heal my guys. I had very little heal. The original version of the deck ran, more medical guys, so I could use reanimation. But I took that out at the last minute. I didn't like the reanimation jutsu that much, but I did like the heal that this had. I played this a couple times. It was pretty good. It also helps tech against Hidan or any type of discard recursion my opponent may have. You can disrupt it by activating her effect. So she's pretty good. It's limited to 1. I think it's a staple in any type of deck that's running enough mental power to get the effect off. It's a +1. It's really good. And she can use Mind Transfer and get her and keep the ninja. Really good. Kabuto. Yep, this is a little 1 per deck. Gets a water mission. Just really good. 2 mental. Better if it would be better if I ran reanimation, but again I took it out because he does have medical, but he does have mental. He has support, and he was pretty good. 2-drop slot, 2 KNS, broken. Steven Garrett could tell you that. Anyone could tell you that. This card is really good. I don't know if it's a staple. There's other really good 2-drops in the format. I just like how it has 4 mental, and it has growth. Gets cards in my hand. Really good. 3-drop slot. Obviously. Really good. 3 Toby's draws cards. Filters my deck. Kabuto's counterpart. Gets a Wind or Lightning mission to my hand. Pumps all my ninjas. Can help me squad into Kage mode Naruto. Sage mode Naruto. Filters out my deck. Just really good. Sakura. The one that pumps. And I can win a battle award. It's up to the user of the deck, what they'd want to run. I chose this one because I wanted to win battle awards. I could have ran the other ones. It's fine. But this one did really well. It was good with clearing my chakra area to recur back the stuff I discarded with Yamato or whatever else I needed. It did help me win a couple games. Got some battle words that I needed, tight spots. It's pretty good. Zetsu. I've been running Zetsu in my limited decks for quite some time now. I always run a 1-of because it helps negate. It has ambush. It negates key effects that I'm scared of. I could name, for example, my opponent's Tamari, and their Tamari would be negated forever, and their Guard Tamari would be negated. Their Tamari Kankuro Platoon would be negated, and that's why I run it. He's really good. He's worth the slot. He's worth the slot. Just trust me on that. 4 drops. I'm going to put these two together because I run 1 Sasuke, fills on my deck for 2 Chakra. I usually get 2 Ambush Ninjas with this guy to set up my turn 5. Kakashi, Anbu, the one that gets puts in play Anbu guys for free. I could play Sasuke turn 4, get him out with a couple Anbu guys, play him, get more guys out, squad these 2. I could Danzo him. If you Danzo him, he has named Kakashi Hatake, so you can squad the Danzo with this. I mean, this is some crazy shit you can do in this game in a limited format, but I like these 2 a lot. I think that he's really good. He's really good. There's tons of other Sasuke's you could run, but these are the ones that worked for me during the tournament. My Tech 4 drop, Tamari Kankuro Platoon. I added this in I think a month before the event. I wanted to test it out because I realized that Shika's Decision can target a KNS, Konohama Ninja Squad. It has 4 mental. This has 4 entrance costs. Get this into my hand. Draw a card because it's a female. And then I could play on a turn 4. My ideal turn 4 would be drop Tamari, the drop, Platoon over this. My opponent's hand is pretty much gone. And then swing out and do some damage. 5 drops, only ran 2. Practical staple 5 drops if you're running a deck like mine. With Anbu, put in play effects. He's Anbu. He's really good. Again, any card, I've been saying this card is broken for several years now, ever since it came out. Any card that in any game that makes you look at your opponent's hand permanently, and then it also wins battle awards if certain criteria is met, it's just really good. It can squad into Danzo, it can squad into Pink Itachi. He's really good. Yamato, I threw him in there because he's dual element. Elements count in this deck a lot, especially in Unlimited. You need hand costs. He does have a hand cost, but I can bypass it with Kakashi Anbu. He's really good. He gets my stuff. If I have 12 mental power, I can search my discard pile for jutsus and missions, fill my hand up, and prepare to blow up my opponent. Jutsus. I had 3 Fear by Genjutsus. This is Daniel Collins' deck, aka Danny Collins. D-Bags, thank you. Obviously, this card is broken. It's won me quite a lot of games. Mastery with this card is ridiculous, so duh. 2 Mind Transfers. I mean, this is just a snipe jutsu I used. I didn't usually use it with Ino. I just use it to snipe random guys. When my opponent was running rush, I would stop the rush with this, or I could just, negate. This is actually a negation too. So a KNS could use this to negate whoever else is using it, a jutsu on my opponent's field. I could bring it to my team, OV a team, do whatever with it. It was a good tech jutsu. Infinite Embrace, limit to 1 per deck. Petals, limit 1 per deck. Hydro Pump, limit 1 per deck. I think these are practical staples. This card was really good, although I liked Fear better. Petals, I didn't use this once in the tournament, I don't think. There's also wins game. I know I did. Sorry. I used this in the finals. That's pretty much the only time I used it. Card's really good. I don't know if it needs to be banned. It's good to have in the format. It's good to have early snipes in the format to prevent control from setting up, but this is really good. Hydro Pump won me my final turn in my final game. Obviously, mastery with this card is ridiculous. It needs to, again, this card needs to be in the game as a 1-of, especially just to stop control. Control gets their setup. You can't do anything. You have to use this to clear their field. It's a necessary evil in the game. Missions. Thank you, Kevin. Canadian Kevin, thank you for this card. It was limited 2 per deck in this format for obvious reasons. It's broken. Draws 3 cards and helps set up early game. Another broken card created by another broken person. Thank you, Thomas Cow and Josh Liu. This card is really good. Blows away makeup tactics because it's a +1. This with KNS is ridiculous. This with Sakura Hinata squad is ridiculous. Just helps you set up your curve. Training. Won me a lot of games. Plucks your opponent's hand. Draws 2. Keeps the hand control to pressure your opponent. If you're running Earth, you have to run this card. It's just really good. Again, third champion card on my deck, this time by Squee. I ran 2 of these just because I had the water and some of the lightning to pay the hand cost for this. Helps you filter my deck. It's a good 2-drop slot mission. Then, of course, Calm Strength. It was one of my favorite cards in the game. It was limited 2 per deck. Now it's going to be limited 3 per deck. I would have ran 3 of these if I had to. This card won me a lot of games. You have to run this. I don't care what anyone says. Sorry, Mario, you have to run this card. This card is just so good. This card stops bullshit from happening, and it's a necessary evil in the game. And this sad card right here, Moment of Weakness. I ran 1 of these. Alex was beating my ass for quite some time with this card. He ran a couple of these. I only ran 1. This didn't really do much the entire tournament. It didn't help me that much. It's really good against my deck because I usually do just like early game, like step by step play ninjas. But rush decks don't care about this card. Rush decks, this card doesn't do anything to them. It's good if you have Guard Mario. You can keep bouncing this back to your hand. With a new format coming around, I'm not going to run this card. It's a tech card, but it was I should have main boarded Broke instead. But yeah, we live and learn. And 2 clients, Amy, Revenge and Rebirth card. Broken. Can we see that? This card is freaking broken. Alex ran 1, I think. I run 2 because I thought I was going to get limited. But no, it never was. Never banned or anything like that, so I ran 2. Looks at your opponent's hand, discards a mission or jutsu. This with Tamari Wind Scythe, and then followed by a Training in the Moonlight or a Tamari Kankuro. I mean, that just ends the game right there. So obviously I have to run this. This card is ridiculous. Again, any card in any card game that says look at your opponent's hand and do something, like discard a card from their hand, is ridiculous. So got to run this. Love this card. Dual element and everything. So that's the main board. We'll go to reinforcement deck. I ran all the obvious reinforcements. This stuff. Never really got into this. This is just, again, most of this is for if I mind transfer and get lucky. This, never really use this. I can though. This, same thing. This, you can do Tamari Kankuro Platoon and then have your Garo 0-drop out and then squad this because you have all 3 ninjas. It's pretty good facing Rush. This, I think I used once. Helps you win against Rush that runs very little females. This, obviously, Danzo, Sage Mode, these 2 in the final game. Won me the tournament. Really good. Thank you, John Burke, for this Sasuke, because I didn't have it. And Broken card that I use pretty much every game. And another Broken card that I wanted to use every single game, but I couldn't. But I played it here and there. And so the obvious stuff. And then sideboard. Let's see. So I ran 10 cards. You have to run 10 cards. 2 Fangs Rush. I have enough weapon guys. Tamari's weapon. Haku's weapon. I had this against True Allies. It kills your Kakashis. They can get their setup. You can use this against any deck that requires like any type of combo deck, Sakura's Tears, anything like that. That has like a late-ish type combo. You can pluck their hand and stop their combo from happening. I think the card's really good. Broke. Won me multiple games. Stops the Toby spam. Stops the Never Ending Love. Win decks that draw a lot. OTKs. Card's amazing. It's turn 0 because they tested this card a lot, I guess, at Bandai. Really, really good. Yoroi against no-hand water decks. I didn't really play any, but if I did, I would have sided this in to kill their Chidoris or any type of ambush ninjas. Kiba for OTK. Ino for rush decks. I used this a couple times. It's okay. Freezing Eyes for rush decks. Mill kills their whole board. Hina for Mill. And so, pretty lame sideboard, but Broke did really well. And so, that's my deck. So, let me know what you think, and if you have any issues, then talk to Alex.